All right, so the RNC cut an ad going after Joe Biden. No surprise, Joe Biden just released his, official announcement for his 2024 campaign. But this ad, which is called Beat Biden, is 100% AI generated. Okay? I mean, it seems a little weird, right? Like, it's kind of lazy. Also, it's obvious that they did it. But at the same time, they were sort of denying that they did it, which is like, why? Why are you denying it? So anyway, I have the ad for you here. Let's play it, and then we will react.
This just in, we can now call the 2024 presidential race for Joe Biden.
My fellow Americans.
This morning, an emboldened China invades Taiwan.
All right, I just want to pause here for a second. I hate, the vagueness drives me crazy. What if the weakest president ever were reelected? What does that mean? Define weakness, right? Because some people would argue that the withdrawal from Afghanistan, for example, was weakness. But we've spent $2 trillion there for absolutely nothing. It was a total waste of time, money, lives, etc. Our own cities are falling apart. Why are we over there? So I think withdrawing was a good thing, right? But many Republicans would say, oh, that was weakness. Getting out of the war we never should have been in the first place was a weakness thing. And it's like, okay, can you be a little more specific? This is AI generated, but it's also like any other ad any Republican staffer would make, right? Just the weakest president of all time. What does that mean? What are you saying? Okay, let's keep going.
This morning, an emboldened China invades Taiwan.
Financial markets are in free fall as 500 regional banks have shuttered their doors.
Border agents were overrun by a surge of 80,000 illegals yesterday evening.
Officials closed the city of San Francisco this morning, citing the escalating crime and fentanyl crisis.
Who's in charge here? It feels like the train is coming off the tracks.
So there you go. That's the ad. It's stunning how this is exactly like any Republican ad. You know, you could tell it's AI generated. Oh, it literally says here, built entirely with AI imagery. Yeah. This is all these pictures. You could tell, look, I always talk about, here, I'll let it play as we talk here. I always talk about that uncanny valley, how you still sense it with most AI things. Like that looks obviously fake to me, you know? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm sure that, there are people who are not well-versed online or just really old and disconnected from this sort of stuff, and they would fall for it. It's already happening. But to a trained eye, this seems obviously fake to me. There's only one AI picture that has fooled me to this point, and it was one of remember that Pope picture where he's wearing a very white puffy jacket? There was one image from that I thought oh shit, why is the Pope wearing that puffy ass jacket? And see, a lot of people fell for that one. So it's not impossible for them to cross that uncanny valley. They already have in some instances, but I think most of these things are kind of clearly fake. Anybody paying attention can really tell that it's fake. The one where I got fooled for real was we discussed this the other day, the Drake, The Weeknd fake song that was made by some AI, and it was astonishingly good, and it sounded real. But my speculation is that they use autotune anyway, so when you do an AI song and have the autotune with it, it's of course it's going to sound just like the real thing, because the real thing is sort of fake, because they use the autotune, right? So maybe that's just my cope. I don't know. But to me, this stuff looks not believable at all. And like I said, there's the conversation aspect too. I've seen the Ben Shapiro, Joe Rogan AI conversations, and they still sound a little robotic, and the voices are just a smidge off. So it's getting better. There's no doubt about it. And I'm sure in due time, they'll work out all the kinks and it'll be almost perfect, right? But as of right now, no. Now, I don't know what these people are claiming. Are the Republicans claiming the imagery? Because it says this is made with AI imagery. But is it also the words that are AI generated? I do not know. I don't know if it is or isn't, but you can't tell the difference for Republican ads because they're all bots. All the Republican staffers who make these ads anyway, they're all bots. Open borders, weak president and stuff, bro. Let's watch it again.
This just in, we can now call the 2024 presidential race for Joe Biden.
My fellow Americans.
This morning, an emboldened China invades Taiwan.
Financial markets are in free fall as 500 regional banks have shuttered their doors.
Border agents were overrun by a surge of 80,000 illegals yesterday evening.
Officials closed the city of San Francisco this morning, citing the escalating crime and fentanyl crisis.
Who's in charge here? It feels like the train is coming off the tracks.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely seems like a Republican ad because corruption was not mentioned because they're deeply pro-corruption. Wages were not mentioned because they don't want to raise wages. And healthcare was not mentioned because they don't want to fix the healthcare system and give us universal healthcare. But, you know, like any Republican ad, is it going to be effective? I don't know. It's hard to tell how much this stuff lands or how much Biden's own actions lead to his low approval rating. There you have it. AI ad against Biden. It'll be interesting if they only use AI ads moving forward. I was gonna, maybe would they be better ads if they were all AI? No, I think they'd just be the same. Because my guess is what the AI is doing is it's taking like the history of Republican ads and then crafting an ad based on the history of Republican ads. That's my guess as to how they made it, but I don't know. Maybe we'll get some more insight and it's a different formula. Hey y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.